So let's chat. What was the scenario? Essentially, your budget was cut.
Yeah. Yes. So we had to find other ways of doing things.
And you did an internal look as well and saying, okay, what are we paying for? What are we using? How can we streamline some of our platforms, correct?
There's two things. One is looking at the income that you're generating and then how you're spending it. So the spending is where we kind of thought about, so what is it we do internally? How are we structured? What applications do we use? What office buildings that we have? We also looked at staffing numbers, and we reduced our staffing by 500 headcount from 3,500 down to 3,000. What are the systems that we use around HR and finance and procurement, and thinking about how do we kind of simplify and kind of standardize all that? Because all of that costs. And traditionally, we would have kind of written our own code and our own systems and kind of done things the way that we wanted it. What we're now saying is that you can't do that anymore. What you need to look at is almost buy off the shelf and use the standard products that you've got, because that reduces the whole cost of the back office function, as you would call it.
So originally you were using EBS.
Our journey kind of started off with EBS. We then did an EBS with 6 other councils. So when we got the chance to kind of go on our own, we kind of grabbed it with both hands. Cloud was one of our key strategies. So we tried to use cloud as our first choice for all of our applications.
And what Oracle products do you currently have implemented?
So we have Oracle ERP, we have HR, HCM as it's called, we have payroll, we have planning and budgeting, project financials. So we've got quite a fairly good, strong footprint. We've seen significant improvement kind of just business process and transaction stuff, and the number of people who have access to the system. We've been able to kind of scale that back. So again, that's about reducing cost. We've been able to kind of simplify workflows using standard workflows rather than custom ones. So we've reduced the support of the applications, and we've also been able to talk to our users about making sure that the system is used effectively, so that transactions are coded correctly first time, so we're not having to move money around the system.
As the Assistant Director of Finance, can you give me an example of a use case where you're seeing really great results with Oracle?
But one of the things that we've kind of been able to do is reduce the number of journals, and that's a kind of a 20% reduction in journals. And if you think about it, these are accountants who are professionals, and all they're doing is creating journals and moving money around. That is key, because what we want accountants to do is add value to the business and around advice and support, not transaction stuff. So for us, the transactional piece is almost the key. If we get that right, the information that gives out is a better quality information.